Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is the last video that I'm ever going to be making on this setup, and I figured like this was the right video to make. So I want to talk about how I went from 75 average viewers to 2,000. I know it's titled from 0 to 2,000 average viewers. I have a video. It's up here or somewhere. Okay, you can click that and watch how I went from 0 to 75 average viewers on Twitch and how much work it actually took. But I want to talk about what separated me and turned me into the 2,000 average viewer streamer, right? So on this setup that I have here, well, I mean, this is like the setup that I've done most of it on, but when I first started, it was on a fucking laptop with a monitor. On this setup that I have here, I started with 0 followers on Twitch, and today we hit 400,000 on my last stream ever on this setup. I mean, you guys probably tell, like, I've already started removing shit off the wall. I removed the two, the World Cup and the TwitchCon lanyard that I had. It feels kind of weird, you know? Like, this is where everything happened. This is where it all started, and now I'm ready to take that next step. But enough with the talking. How did I get to 2,000 average viewers? What separated me? So when I hit 75 average viewers, let me go back in the time. Around this time, I hit 75 average viewers, right? I went from May to June, and that's when I started averaging, 80 average viewers. And then from there, it started going up. The summer was crazy. Went down after the summer, and then like I dealt with it and I kept going. And I think a thing is that people got to realize when you are growing is not every month is green. Like not every month is fucking butterflies and rainbows, right? I went from averaging 400 average viewers with my first Tfue host here, right? Like my only ever Tfue host. Like subscriptions going much crazier than they were before. Still putting in 240 hours a month, right? While still doing fucking, I guess this was the summer, so I didn't have full-time school. I was fucking working my ass off, right? And the viewers dropped. And I think this is a key thing that people need to understand is when the viewers drop, you can't just fucking quit. A lot of influencers, like when the viewers drop, they're like, all right, man, it's a bad month. Maybe I'm doing something, like maybe I'm just not fit for this, and they quit. And that's when a lot of influencers quit. And what you got to realize is entertainment is ups and downs, right? So you have an up and then you have a down. And then you have another up, but that up is higher than your previous up, and then you have another down. But that down isn't as down as your previous down. You see? Like your up is higher than your previous up, but there's like these gaps. And people quit, dude. People quit on these downs here. People quit. They don't continue because they think it's like, oh man, like I'm fucking up. But you can't be quitting on these downs. You got to bear through them and then push through. That way that next step, you get those numbers when you're up. Anyways, so I didn't quit. I kept putting in the same amount of hours, still going full-time to school. I think I might like have failed a class or two here. I'm not gonna lie. But let me tell you where it all took off. Around right here is when it started taking off, right? So January, look, I'm even dropping more viewers than I was in December, right? December, obviously viewers are higher. People are home or whatever. They have exams and they want to watch. But then January was like one of my worst months ever. I went from 1,600 subs on Twitch, okay, to 320. Like how big of a fucking drop that is? And I was like in my head, like I gotta do something. Like there's something wrong. I know it's January and it's a rough month. I gotta bear through it obviously, but I'm doing something. I gotta change it up. Like look, now we're at 291 subscriptions. I've gone down again the next month. Like what's happening to my channel? A lot of people would quit right here. And I didn't. And I said to myself, I gotta come up with a series that is unique. Okay, that nobody has done yet. And so I sat there, I went through a bunch of YouTube videos of whatever that were popping, and I fucking came up with Inside the Mind. I was like, this is a great title. At the time I was popping in comp. People knew I was an IGL. I was known for having shitty mechanics, but like a decent brain. And I was like, all right, let me up the content. Let me make Inside the Mind and help these players that don't know the basic fundamentals of Fortnite understand basics of competitive, because competitive is like it's a puzzle. It's not, you can't just go in and be the most mechanical player and win. It just doesn't work like that. There's intelligence to it, right? So I started making a series where I voice over exactly what's happening, but in an entertaining way, where I crack jokes between it, but it's also like not, it wasn't like the standard VOD review. It wasn't like you just pause and you watch VODs for an hour and a half of one game and why is this happening? Why? No, it wasn't. It was, yo, let me literally explain my thoughts of my gameplay that I won or that I didn't win and why it was bad or why it was good. And that's when everything started popping. So the viewer count started going up again. 180 viewers, 460 subs, 500 viewers. This is it right here. This is Inside the Mind. 170 average viewers, 500 average viewers. Look at how many followers I gained. 43,000. What the fuck? Look, 5,000, 7,000, 43,000. I created something that separated me. I think to get to that next step, there has to be, it's not just like you can make it to 70 average viewers by being an entertaining streamer. You can make it to, you know, blah, blah, blah. But the important thing, yeah, it was something that separated me, but it was also that I was uploading to every social. You can't just upload to Twitch and expect to be, you know, the biggest, the fucking mumbo jumbo god, you know, like, yo, like, look at me, you know, like, you can't. You have to expand on everything. Not only is it good to do that so that, you know, if you get banned on Twitch, because God knows how fucking wild the TOS is on Twitch, you know, that you have something to fall back upon and you're not suicidal, like, straight up. Like, a lot of people, they get banned off Twitch and they turn suicidal because they have nothing else, okay? You gotta expand your eggs and put them outside of one basket. So right here is where I created Inside the Mind. Boom, 700 average viewers. 500 average viewers, it went down again, but, you know, I didn't stop. The subs were still going up. I had, like, sub customs at this point, too. You know, I was doing something separate, giving the best practice that I could for people in, you know, outside of, like, Elite, which is, like, the, you know, the top 120 players in the region in Fortnite. And you know, the viewer count was stable here at 500, like we talked about those dips, right? So it was going up, and the viewer count stayed stable. But notice the subs are still going up. The follows are pretty decent. I'm still putting in the hours. And then right here, I was like, all right, you know, like, we got to change up the content again. I feel like I'm not using my skill to the fullest. Like, people knew I was a good coach, but I hadn't really started coaching people yet. Like, I was good at teaching people. So I started coaching. This is where I started coaching. Boom. Next month, 1,100 average viewers. 800 viewers. That's still higher than the previous month before that, right? Boom, 900 average viewers. 1,000 average viewers. 1,200 average viewers. And at the same time, I was doing a podcast, right? The podcast helping me, you know, expand into other realms. The thing about the podcast, I think it creates a strong community of people that actually give a fuck about you. You know, I always say I treat my viewers on Twitch as a community. I hate the word fans. I think the word fans, it's a dog shit name. I can't look at somebody and be like, you're a fan. Like, I'll crack a joke, you know, to friends, like, oh, you're such a fan, stop it. You know, but it's like, I feel like an important thing is, especially on Twitch, the atmosphere is, you guys all fuck with each other. You all know each other, you know, like, people have literally started dating from my Twitch chat, and that's so cool to me. Like, it's cool knowing that I can know if by seeing someone's name, like, I can't name every active in my chat, but by seeing their name, I know if they're active or not. And that's such a cool concept to me when there's this many people watching you on the daily, knowing, like, that's how it is. And that brings us to here, you know, February 21st, 2021, the day before I move out. 1,840 average viewers. It's been going up. So, like, at the beginning of the month was much lower. So that's why you see it at 1,800, but it's actually plus 2. It's over 2K at this point. 2.5K, 2.7, 2.8, 2.7, 3, 2.2. You know, 1,400, obviously some days are not as good, but 2,700, 2,400, 2,200, 2,100. And, you know, the average viewer count for the past few streams, the past 10, 15 days has just been crazy. And the growth has been nonstop. And I think the most important thing that I can gather out of that is you gotta be unique. A key thing about me is, obviously I created Inside the Mind and I expanded, and the biggest thing is, you know, using all those platforms. Twitter is a big reason for my growth. It's a big reason for my growth on YouTube. It's a big reason for my growth on Twitch, whether it be directly from Twitter to Twitch or from Twitter to YouTube to Twitch, right? If I go to my YouTube channel and I look at the analytics and you look at, like, you know, the amount of people, where are they coming from? Right here. The external sources. So if you look at the external sources of where people find my YouTube channel, 50% of it is from Twitter. So this doesn't mean all the traffic that comes to my channel. This means only the shit that comes from outside of YouTube, right? So YouTube obviously has traffic to your channel from browsing or from, you know, recommended on the side, where right here, you know, they have a bunch of videos that go down. Twitter was a big reason for me. So Twitter YouTube, Twitch. That's how I hit 2,000 average viewers. And it was changing up content. You know, one season I was the guy who created Inside the Mind. The next season I was the guy who had the best scrim server. Okay. The season after that, I was the guy that had quit competitive and was, the next season after that I was doing coaching, right? And then the season after that, I quit taking competitive seriously and focused on my entertainment value rather than people watching me because I was decent at the game. I want people to watch me because I'm decent at the game, but more so because I'm funny, right? And because I want to shift that idea that people watch me for my gameplay and basically make it where people are watching me for my personality. And it's been working great. Like now I can switch to another game and I won't get 2,000 average viewers, no. But you know, if I'm doing just chatting, sometimes I get more than 2,000. 2,500 viewers just chatting some streams. Sometimes it's 1,500. If I play a different game, it's 1,000. Maybe it's 900. You know, but I'm able to switch and make variety content. And I think a key thing about that too is, you know, 2 to 3 times a month, I'll try to push in a variety content to my YouTube channel. Sometimes even a little bit more, 4 or 5 times a month, whether it be a mukbang or it be a vlog or something. And yeah, it'll get less views. It'll get 50-60% the views that a Fortnite video might, but it makes people care about your personality more than just the gameplay. People stop coming for, okay, you know, this movie looks good, and more so coming for the actor. Key things that I'd say separated, you know, that turned me from that 75 viewer streamer to that 2,000 viewer streamer obviously was, you know, the work ethic. I think I worked harder than almost anybody in the scene. Very few people come close to it. I'd say Colazo. I think I worked harder than most people in the scene when it came to content creation, and I was doing it in all avenues. Okay, so I was doing YouTube, you know, I was doing Twitter, I was doing coaching, I was doing personality, I was doing all of that and expanding and making people like me for more than just a game. I didn't want, you know, the reason people watch me for the game. So expand, guys. That's the best I can give you is expand and work your ass off. You know, I never sat there and said in those off months, I never sat there and said, oh man, the algorithm isn't favoring me this month, man. Like, shit, I think I might quit. You know, this is not for me. Like, no, it was like, all right, my views are down. Let me adapt. I gotta adapt. You have to adapt. Entertainment is all about adapting. You can't just do the same thing forever. It just doesn't work. So that's the best advice I can give. Finally made this video, 0 to 2,000 viewers. Here we lie, 253 hours this month. I'm moving today. The last time, well, I mean, this setup will still be here, but the last gaming stream, I'd say, from this setup. The reason I'm leaving this setup here, I'm taking my gaming PC and I'm leaving the streaming PC. So when my mom walks by my room, she doesn't see that it's empty. So she still thinks I'm here at home. I mean, I'll be visiting, don't get me wrong, but like, you know, like I don't want my mom walking by my room and then fucking crying every time the room is fucking empty. So yeah, it's dope. You know, we're at 3,000. Oh, I guess here it is. It's on the screen. 3,088 subs now. 2,000 plus average viewers on almost anything we touch, and 400,000 followers. And that's how we did it, was expanding. Whether it be Inside the Mind, coaching, personality, all of it came to play. It wasn't just one thing. And you know, Corona helped boost me, but you know, things come and go and opportunities come and go, and Corona helped, I'd say, boost esports and the realm of gaming forever. I don't think it's only something that's going to last during Corona. I think after all this COVID shit is done, people are still going to watch Twitch. You know, people aren't, when sports aren't on, if they're sports people, they're going to watch Twitch. You know, people some now are even more into games than they used to be in sports. So participate in all those aspects, guys. Appreciate you making it to the end of the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer some, or you can text me. I do like to answer advice questions that I get texted. If you're gonna text me on this number and it's something about fucking Fortnite, I'm not gonna answer it, guys. Like, don't text me, go, oh Arab, how do I rotate a fourth zone moving, you know, like that's not what that's for. If you have any advice questions, just hit it up straight up. Don't say hey Arab, because I gotta respond to a lot of people, and you know, I obviously can't respond to everybody. But just say, yo Arab, here's my question, I need advice on this. Send it all at once. because if I ever get to that message, I need it to be there so I can answer it for you. I'll see you guys later. Big step, man. Big step. Figured I'd make this video here on this setup, and I think it's a good choice. So here's to the future. See you guys later. Peace.